Welcome back to Sunday School here at First United Methodist Church. Man, we are so glad that all of you have joined us again today. Today we're still reading from the book of Genesis. Remember, Genesis means beginning, and it's the first book in the Bible. Genesis is part of the Old Testament, those first 39 books that tell the story of God and God's people before the birth of Jesus Christ. Remember, last week we read the story of Noah, and at the end of it, Noah and his family left from the ark to start life on earth again. Many years later, there was a man named Abram. And this is where we pick up God's story today. You can read it in your Spark Story Bible. Just look up Abrams' Call. Or you can also read it in your Adventure Bible or any Bible by looking up Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. Listen to God's story today. One day, God said to a man named Abram, "It's time for you to leave your home and family and go to a new land. In this new land, I will give you many things and make sure people know about you. I will be kind to those who are kind to you. To the ones who are unkind, I will be unkind. Because of you, all the families on earth will be blessed." Abram was 75 years old and had a long white beard, but he didn't let his age stop him. On his trip, Abram took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot. They walked many miles leading up to the new land. It was a hot, dusty trip, but Abram knew that where God was leading them would be a beautiful place. The trip was long and hard because they carried all of their pots and pans and dishes and clothes with them. "Woo, I'm hot," said Sarai as her face grew red. "I'm getting kind of tired," sighed Abram. "My feet hurt," groaned Lot. When they finally got to the land of Canaan, Abram stopped by a tall, shady oak tree. It felt good to get out of the blazing sun. God came to him there in the cool shade and said, "I have a surprise for you. I promise to give this land to your family forever." Abram and Sarai and Lot were so thankful to God for this wonderful gift that they jumped and danced and hugged each other and shouted, "Hooray!" To show God how grateful they were, Abram decided to build 2 altars to honor God. He would build one altar out of large, smooth stones by a tree and the other altar out of pieces of wood by his tent in the hills. Guys, our memory verse for this week, our verse that kind of reminds us and teaches us what this whole story is about, is Genesis chapter 12, verse 2. God says, "I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you, and I will make your name great so that you will be a blessing." Guys, Abram was blessed so that he could be a blessing to others. Guys, that's true about us too. There are so many blessings in our lives. Blessings are those good and perfect gifts from God, and we are blessed so that we can bless others. What are some ways that you can bless someone in your life this week? Maybe you could bless your brother or sister by offering to play with them or sharing your toys. Maybe you could bless your mom or your dad by giving them a hug and telling them just how much you love them. Maybe you could bless your grandparents or your aunts or your uncles or your relatives who live far away with a phone call or a letter. Maybe you can bless someone in our community by giving away something you have to somebody who needs it. Guys, I'm praying for each of you this week. Remember, you're blessed so you can be a blessing. So make sure you tell God thank you for all the blessings in your life, and make sure you use those blessings to help somebody else. Have a great week. Bye, friends.